are here at the Tea House Theatre in Vauxhall Spring Gardens. Really lovely place, Victorian, it's been here for quite a long time. So Tuneless Choir practices here every second and fourth Wednesday in the month, and it's for people that feel like they can't sing, and we just come here and sing with no judgment, without anyone sticking their fingers in their ears when you're singing and that kind of thing. It's just pure fun. So that's what we're about to start. So we usually start with a really funny warm-up and then take it from there and just see. I think about 15 today. We have other members, but they don't all come at the same time, so there's a few people that are usually here. Let's see how it all goes without boxes. Oh yeah. Come a bit forward. There's not many of us. You can do. No. You're all right. John, can you go this way? That way? Yeah. Oh, I see. Yeah, because that way. So, as you may have noticed, we've got Angel Toni, the aptly named Angel, because we're going to be doing that later. She's filming us, and but we're going to forget she's there. We should have a screening here, shouldn't we? We should. Because you are featuring, like, the tea house, like, the logo is everywhere.
Oh, fantastic.
Yeah, and then, so everyone's all right with being filmed, because I think we had to sign for I feel like doing a bit of tuneless landscape. So this is the one where we use our finger to pretend that the building. So and it's not about tuning. It's and it's quite soft as well. So, but it's whatever sound you want to make, but you're describing. Good. Go across. Once you've gone that way, go back. This is the little bit. Good. The doors open at 7 and people tend to come early and hang out and have a cup of tea, and then about 8 o'clock we start singing, have a break about 10 to 9 and then come back for some more.
This on your own?
Yeah, I'm the franchise owner of Tuneless Choir London in Vauxhall, so I'm the first person to do it in London, so yeah. Just everything really. So if you do a few back and go forward. Let's do some I can't, my neck's today, so I can't really do it very well. A few of those. It will be, I am amazing. Make it long. Good breathing in here today. Whoa! Baby shark, shark, baby shark. Can we do that? It's a partner. So 1, 2. Baby shark, shark, baby shark. We'll get it. And then the next one is junior shark. So right, okay, a bit about yourself.
Just read yourself.
Okay. So my name is, where do I look? I have a business mentor and he has a friend who's a choir leader, and he introduced me to her, and we were just having a chat on the phone, and it came out that she was the founder of one of the founders of Tuneless Choir, Bernie Bradshaw. So as soon as I heard about it, I thought I would really, really like to do something like this, because I really like the idea of getting other people singing and singing without judgment, and just singing for the sake of it, because it makes you feel better. I mean, it just raises your spirits. People bop, come on. Bop.
People bop.
Bop. People. One more.
Bop. People bop. Bop. People bop.
And the last one is People swim, people swim. Swim, people swim. But you have to do the answer.
People swim, people swim. Swim, people swim.
Good. And the last one is
exercise and most people don't
okay. So the next one is Hungry Shark, so this is really loud now. So Hungry Shark, Hungry Shark, Shark, Hungry Shark. That's it. That one. Okay, so are you ready to do something? So I think everybody here has done this one, so we know it, don't we?
You're everywhere and nowhere, baby. That's where you're at. Going down the bumpy hillside in your hippie hat. Flying out across the country and getting fat, saying everything is groovy.
Get ready.
When your tires are flat and it's high roll, silver lining, and away you go now, baby. I see your sun is shining, but I'll make a fuss, though it's obvious.
I've always been quite arty and creative from a very, very young age, since I was at school. And I kind of grew up around a lot of music being played, because my parents were legendary for having parties, like these really big parties, and we used to stay up, and I was exposed to quite a wide range of music, from blue beat to ska, reggae, soul, and everything like that. So I've always loved music. And apparently I did used to sing a lot, but I don't remember, and I used to get on everyone's nerves because I was always in the bathroom singing. So I think when I was about 24 I decided to get some lessons, and I've started to sing. I've been singing off and on since the age of 24, and I've had 2 kids now, aged 13 and 17, and so now I'm ready to kind of take my musical career further. And I am a singer. I'm a jazz singer. I play with other jazz musicians.
Night and day, you are the one. Only you beneath the moon and under the sun.
But I do really love teaching as well, and I started teaching about 2 years ago, and I've sort of worked on my own methods of how I teach people, and I tend to work with a lot of beginners who, they may not necessarily want to sing, they just want to learn more about themselves through their voice and be able to express themselves. So shall we run through it bit by bit, or just go for a take?
Just go for it.
You love going for it. Okay, all right.
And do they know the places where we go when we're gray and old? 'Cause I have been told that salvation lets their wings unfold. So when I'm lying in my bed, thoughts running through my head, and I feel the love is dead, I'm loving angels instead.
Get ready.
And through it all, she offers me protection, a lot of love and affection, whether I'm right or wrong. Down the waterfall, wherever it may take me, I know that life won't break me when I come to call. She won't forsake me. I'm loving angels instead.
Should we stop a minute?
I'm just going to stop.
I use a lot of. I like people to not feel as if they're being taught, and so it's kind of fun. And I invite people to be a bit silly, because when you're like that, you can free your voice that way. So I have all these tricks that I use, and also I've got a bit of a. I think it's what I learned from, because I went to loads and loads of different singing teachers, and what I learned was that you sing better when you come from a place of relaxation, because when I first started singing professionally, I actually had really bad stage fright. So, yeah, really, when I started singing about 24. Oh no, I did actually start a bit younger, a bit before that, but then I took it a bit further when I was 24. And
you took any GCSE music?
No, I didn't. I didn't do. I did art. I didn't do music. So, but I was always very musical.
So the singing teachers encouraged you to pursue?
Not at school. No.
Later.
Nothing at school. School was, I don't know what that was about. That was just not very good. So much later, I just went to random classes and people encouraged me, because I was always singing and I just wanted to do it better.
Yeah.
No, I'm sorry. No, because it's, not everyone knows the songs. I mean, I only knew that, and through it. Oh, I didn't know.
Yeah, I know that bit.
But I was the same as you. That's why I want to break it down so everyone.
And as the feeling grows, she breathes flesh to my bones. And when love is dead, I'm loving angels instead. And through it all, she offers me protection, a lot of love and affection, whether I'm right or wrong.
But I was in a band when I was about 24, and we had loads of gigs, and then I used to be on the stage and I'd be thinking such negative things when I was singing, and my legs would be shaking and I'd be standing really still, and I actually didn't enjoy it. So it was like, I'd be thinking all these negative things instead of just singing the song. So I kept getting loads of lessons and they kind of helped, but I found a woman much later on, I think when I was about 30 something, and she's a jazz singer, but she's also a theatre director, and she was using meditation and theatre games in the lessons. Her name's Filomena Campus, Italian woman. And so because she did a lot of acting and she was a director, she kind of knew how to get you to be relaxed. And then I realised that singing was much more fun when you were relaxed before you started singing and that you were properly warmed up. So I just took a lot of that on, and it sunk in over the years.
That was the main thing.
It was, yeah, because it got rid of a lot of the stage fright, and then I could actually sing and enjoy it now.
Sometimes I feel I've got to run away, I've got to get away from the pain you drive into the heart of me.
The main thing is to treat the voice like an instrument, because I've never seen musicians, they don't go on stage without warming up. But singers will do all the time, just go on the stage, and that's when you get sore throats and things. You have to be warm. So I picked up all this stuff over the years, and when you're acting silly and having fun, that makes you warmed up, and that makes you more want to be open.
And more used to your voice.
Used to your voice, and you're playing, you're not trying to be perfect. Yeah. It's not about doing the perfect notes, because the perfect notes can come later if that's what you want. It's about expression, allowing, and not getting in your own way, just letting whatever's there. And that's actually quite a hard thing to do.
When I go out, where I know I'm gonna be the man who goes along with you. If I get drunk, well I know I'm gonna be the man who gets drunk next to you. And if I haver, yeah I know I'm gonna be the man who's favoring to you. But I would walk 500 miles and I would walk 500 to be the man who walks 1,000 miles to fall down at your door.
Singing is a little bit every day, not like 3 hours in one day. That doesn't work.
What are your favourite songs, like your go-to songs?
What you mean, like in my jazz set or here?
Any song. Top 3.
That's hard because I love everything.
Okay, maybe one jazz, one
You know what I really like?
mainstream.
I love jazz songs, but I really love the Brazilian kind of Latin bossa novas and things like that. So my favourite one is Corcovado by Antonio Jobim.
Oh, we missed it. Where am I? Oh, no, I'm
Starting the choir has made me have to look at songs and learn them, because all of the songs in that book I wouldn't normally do them.
Yeah.
So I had to learn them, and at the moment I really like. There's so many of them that I really like, but I really like Angels, the Robbie Williams song, because I really love the words, and it's a very unusual song. I'm not quite sure what it all means. It just sounds beautiful, so you go along with the sound, and the hook is you're meant to remember it, but the other bits are not as, you don't remember them as well. It's the same in jazz. Yeah, so you have to concentrate. So it's made me do that, and it's been brilliant, and I'm like, wow, I didn't know that song meant that. That's actually not that good, is it? That's quite bad. It's not serious, like some choirs you can go to and you have to be perfect.
I would never go to a choir where you had to do an audition or anything like that. I can't imagine anything worse.
But some of the ones that you don't audition for, they're kind of a little bit perfectish as well. Yeah, I've heard that. Not all of them. I met a lovely woman who's got a choir around here, and she says it is for anyone can join it, but there's lots of harmonies, so if you're not confident to do that, you would
That'd be difficult.
But she's lovely though, she's really good.
I think a lot of people have had bad experiences with what they say.
Every single person that I've spoken to has been, and the people that are not here, everyone.
I remember somebody saying that when they were at school, the choir master said, "We really like your enthusiasm, but could you mime?"
It's not really funny. No, and that's really hard as well. Yeah, so we're on our way to see Max, who I work with. He's my jazz guitarist, and we're rehearsing for a gig we've got coming up, and he lives just over there. Sorry.
Yeah, so then.
Heart and soul, I fell in love with you. Heart and soul, the way a fool would do, madly by the clef tones, so it's got like lots of extra words.
All right.
Sorry, I did. Yeah, I need
So it could carry on.
Yeah, it needs to do that, doesn't it? 'Cause there's a gap. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Oh, right.
You
Okay.
could just keep going. You can keep going on. You can just keep that going for as long as.
My baby just cares for me. That was terrible. Right, okay.
That's the first time we've ever done it. So
That
it's
was
not
good.
too bad.
I like the guitar. So what we should do is if we record it, right, and then
Yes, yeah.
because I couldn't remember the words.
Well, that's fine. You had most of them down. That's the first time we've ever done that. So I think that was.
So do you think we should do that one?
Not necessarily,
It's
but I
good
think it's
to
quite.
have, yeah?
Yeah, nice to work on. Is that key?
Yeah, it's A, isn't
Great,
it?
okay,
yeah,
yeah,
I can't,
yeah,
you can't go any lower with that, so I just have to practice.
No, I mean.
But they won't thrill me like yours used to do. It's a bit bassy, so
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
a bit more. Oh, I'm fire now. I think we recorded that last time.
Yeah. That's what I'm supposed to do. That's it, isn't it? Okay. Be to see the light.
Yeah, we did quite a few songs today. I think most of them are kind of okay. We just did My Baby Just Cares For Me, but we haven't, we're just practicing that one. But we won't be performing that one in a couple of weeks. So I was so tired from the choir last night. It's taken a while to warm up, but yeah, it's alright.
Jazz complements your voice the most as a genre.
I like doing other stuff as well, but I think that is my home base. Jazz is a bit like, I don't know if you've ever played golf. It's really hard to do, and it gets on your nerves so much, and it's really hard to learn it. And there's a point when it gets really fun, and then it gets hard again. And doing jazz is very like that. So the songs are sort of basis, and you can then play around within it. And it's actually quite difficult to do, but it's sort of irritating, and you want to get it.
It's your film.
No, stop it, for Christ's sake! Like, I could go out and do it a cappella. Really, I can't play the guitar, can I? So stop it. I can read music enough to learn songs, but I don't actually play. I'm like the people at the Tuneless Choir because they want to sing, but they maybe don't want to do all that extra thing. Because I'd love to play the piano, but I know I'm not going to be as good as the people that I play with. So really, let me just do the singing.
Well, I think singing is.
He's a singer-songwriter as well, actually.
I think jazz singing is endlessly innovative and challenging. So I think if you're a singer and you're singing jazz, then yes, that you've got your hands full of just just practicing and working on the singing. If you play another instrument,
It's
you
different,
you
yeah.
you start
You
you
sing
have that
differently.
going on as well. But if your voice is that's what you've learned to use. And that makes it very fun to work with. I very much
to work with Talibah.
I very much like working with Talibah. Yeah, we know each other about
Much longer than that.
about 10 years, something like that. But then,
You say that bit and then.
well, we met each other through our children's primary school, so that's how I got to
in
know
the
Talibah.
playground.
But we didn't, in the playground. Yes, yeah, running around the playground, chasing after
and
our
then
kids.
the story how we got to doing it. Do you remember? It was a PTA meeting. Go on, you say the story. Go on.
It was a PTA meeting that we were both at, so it's the Parent Teacher Association at the primary school, and there was a fundraising summer fair
That happens every
and
year.
I was sat next to Talibah just by accident, and they were, you know, the people organising it doing a great job, but they were saying, you know,
Because Pat and Jane.
that's right. There used to be a very good musical duo who
Amazing,
went on
yeah.
to be, you know, become very
They
successful.
went to Ronnie Scott's.
They play Ronnie Scott's. They play all
So
over
maybe
the
that'll
country.
be us.
Fingers crossed.
Oh no, but the thing is, Max grew up around your dad playing a lot of jazz.
Yeah, my dad.
And I think when you grow up with
Yeah.
it, you get the feel of it. So somebody else who hasn't, it would have been much hard. They may not even be able to do it because it's about the feel, and he's got the feel because he's familiar
natural
with the
to-
song. He knows what they sound
Right.
like.
Yeah, I knew quite a lot.
I think you knew a lot because
Yeah.
you
I
told
did,
me
yes,
things
yes.
to sing.
But you
And,
didn't really delve into it
I hadn't really
No,
delved
he's
into
had
playing
a career
jazz
doing what sort of
until Talibah.
until
He's done
Talibah.
commercial stuff, haven't you? Sort of
No,
poppy
well,
stuff,
Yeah, it was
song singer songwriter.
more poppy, singery, songwritery music. So, but it just felt right, yes, to really dive into jazz, and it's just been for me. It's just been a
Yeah.
fantastic voyage of discovery. And
Where would you guys see yourself in like next 3 years, 5 years?
next
Ronnie
years.
Scott's?
I don't know. Yeah, who knows?
Do
You know, it
that.
could go anywhere. Who knows? I
Yeah.
think if we, it's just about the time, putting the
Because we've
time
both
into
got
it.
kids and families,
Yeah.
and I've done other projects throughout. So sometimes
Yeah.
we didn't rehearse as
Yeah.
much as but and we didn't do so much this year. So that's why I really want to do a lot more
Yes.
for the
Yeah.
rest of the year.
And
'cause
Have you found your audience around
Yes.
the years as well?
Yes. I mean that's it. I mean we have. What we did have, we've
We've
got
got a
people
few
who book us for
sub-ball.
parties and say come and
Yeah.
play, and they love hearing Talibah sing. Yeah, definitely. Talibah has a fan club.
Really? You need to tell me more later.
Yeah, we do. Yeah, Talibah definitely. You know, definitely because when it's it works brilliantly, and Talibah's voice is fantastic, and a rhythm and a whole attitude approach to it. I find really magical. It's really.
Yawning is good for singing. One more of that. Yeah.
That's what it's all about.
Whoa.
This week.
Knees bent, arms stretched, round, round, round.
It's one of those ones you can.
What are we doing?
I'm sorry, is it page 20?
Tainted love once you get the routine. It's quite
Yeah, because we don't want your broken parts. I've learned to be ashamed of all my stuff.
So hush, little baby, don't you cry. So hush, little baby, don't you cry. So hush, little baby, don't you cry.
If you want to be flashing, you just go summertime, just at the end, just to show off. Downtown, downtown, woo!
And all
songs now, that's nice.
Talibah is absolutely wonderful.
I come from Manor Park, which is the other side of Wanstead, so it's a long way. I like the idea of it. I like the idea that anybody can sing. I think it's wonderful that anybody can sing, and I think singing is something that brings a lot of joy to a lot of people, including the people that are singing. So,
well, this is good. It's really good fun. It's like it's basically my fortnightly therapy session against the difficulties of life. So I come here, you know, sing, find the joy, and then trudge back to existing in London. You know, and just it's.
Hello, Mum.
How are you today?
Good fun. Love coming here. Been coming since January. So now must be about my 9th time. Love coming here. Great bunch of people.
Yeah. What would you say to someone thinking about wanting to sing as an activity, hobby? You know,
It's fabulous. I can't sing and I know it, but I just come. I have a good time. If I hit the right key, it's a bonus. If I don't, doesn't matter. As you will see on the film, that we just have a good laugh.
Yes.
We don't take it too seriously. It's fantastic for socialising.
They like teaching. When I was at art school, they tried to teach. It's the same as singing.
You've got to be really careful with teaching art because
Exactly. They come around and tell you what to do.
Yeah,
how to do it.
that's.
Actors are not very bright, as we know. Are they? Well, now, you're going to say you're an actor now.
He says in the Tea House Theatre.
Well, they are. My son.
I wouldn't have said no. I think that's
My son is an actor, and he's brilliant, but he's absolutely hopeless.
everybody.
No, because what I was going to say was that I used to say that to people, and if you say to someone that thinks they can't sing, they hate it, and it sets up a negative in their head.
Yes, quite right.
And that's what I learned, never to say that. And then I went to a conference where they'd actually done research with people that identify as that they can't sing, and that was the number one thing that every single person says: don't tell me I can sing because I don't believe you.
For me, it isn't just about singing, it's also about learning.
I live with depression, mental health problems, and I find that it helps boost my mood because it gives me a reason to leave the house. So I'm buzzing at the moment, and I'll be buzzing for the next couple of days. So to come here takes me an hour. So it's a bus, tube, 2 tubes, then a train, going back again. And if I didn't enjoy it, I wouldn't travel all that way. It's now what, 10:15 at night, I've still got to go home. But if come to this one if it's local. If not, look around, see if there's one locally. Highly recommend, give it a go. You've got nothing to lose.
So I say thank you for the music.